Welcome back for another breathwork video here on my channel. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Simha Kriya. Simha Kriya is taught by Sadhguru at his Isha foundation, and he teaches this to all his yogis, all his students, and it's a fantastic exercise to increase lung capacity, boost immunity, and also just get you in touch with your respiration, to form a relationship with how well are you breathing in your everyday life. So Simha Kriya uses two unique tongue positions, and the whole breathing is done only through the mouth. This is not an alkaline DMT style nose breathing at all. It's all through the mouth. And there's a couple things about Simha Kriya that really stand out to me that I'm gonna wanna make sure you are doing properly before you go ahead and do the guided video. Number one is we're always in a cross-leg position while doing Simha Kriya. So if you notice, by being in a cross-leg position and slightly leaning forward, we are able to have our hands pressed firmly on our knees, doing what Sadhguru calls lifting up. And what he means there is we're lifting up the diaphragm. We're lifting up the diaphragm, creating spaciousness. So because we've created spaciousness here, what that means is we're able to get the air flowing to places it normally doesn't. See, a lot of us are not walking around in our day-to-day life in a perfect posture or in a lifted diaphragmatic position. So when we allow ourselves this freedom, like this, and we're breathing in, that creates a lot more airflow. So we're getting a lot more of our alveoli and a lot of the little intricate parts of our lungs activated. And that's how we start to form a relationship with our lungs. The other thing to notice here is Simha Kriya means the tongue is all the way out like this. And you want to keep that extended for 21 breaths in and 21 breaths out. So a breath in and a breath out counts as one breath. And you do it 21 times. Then you take the tongue from this position, and without any pausing in between, you bring the tongue like this. Tucking up and resting on the top of the mouth. Just the tip of the tongue resting firmly on the top of the mouth, but there's a spaciousness still, like this. That spaciousness is there because we're gonna be bringing in air through our mouth. So the second part of the breath looks like this. Another very important thing to know about Simha Kriya is we are really exaggerating the exhale portion of our breath. Even when our tongue is out like this, and also when our tongue is in and up like this. I want you to think of the inhale as a gasp, a gasping breath in, a quick, powerful inhale. And I want you to think of the exhale as a powerful wringing out of the diaphragm. And I mean that because you'll feel it down here. When you're doing the exhale portion, right? You'll feel the exhale here. You won't feel the exhale as much up in your throat. You'll feel it in your body. And this is the part of your body that you're like wringing out to get that air out. So similar to the breath of fire, where we're very associated with this, for our exhale, we're pressing that exhale. It's the same thing here on both styles of the tongue position. And remember, once again, we're not inhaling and exhaling at all through the nose. It's all through the mouth. The only time we are breathing at all through the nose is after our round of 21 like this, and a round of 21 like this, we go into an inhale retention for 1 minute. So on our last breath after this, we hold our breath in, close the mouth, stay lifted up in the lifted position, but now the tongue, instead of just the tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth, it can be the whole tongue just resting evenly, pressing on the roof of the mouth. So instead of this, it can go like this. Just a normal tongue pressing, evenly resting on the roof of the mouth. Then we exhale through our nose after 1 minute. So we're holding like this, 1 minute, and then we do an Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi just means we make a little toning sound in our throat, but the mouth stays closed as we exhale, and we exhale out the nose. So it's a toning, sort of a on that exhale. And now energetically, you're gonna feel throughout this whole practice the building up of this energy all to the higher energy centers. You're gonna feel it in your head. You may feel more dizzy than you've dizzy, meaning, energy is being concentrated upward in the higher energy centers, which isn't a bad thing. But on that exhale breath, we need to understand this and work with the energy in our body to let that calming, toning exhale out the nose. Bring the energy down and evenly distribute it all throughout the body. Because the only reason it's unhealthy to stay up so high and feel like, you're in this spacious world where you're like blasting off into outer space and in the cosmos is when we can't come back down. So each and every time we're doing a round, yes, you're gonna feel the energy building. Yes, it's gonna feel like, you're connecting with a higher power, God and source. But let's bring it back down to earth on every exhale before we get ready for the next round. So that sums up the step-by-step tutorial, everything you need to know to get started here with Simha Kriya. So go ahead and click the link above for the full session of 3 guided rounds of Sadhguru's Simha Kriya. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next video. Enjoy.